Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for To Your Eternity Season 2, Episode 8. So, last time we had, basically the imprisonment of both Fushi in the iron, trying to get out, being able to, it took me a little bit to figure out what Fushi actually did. I went back in the discussion, in case you guys watched the episode but not the discussion. I went back, I saw that he was creating molten iron out of his hands, which then would knock him unconscious from the pain and stuff, or kill him. I'm actually not sure which one it was, but then he would regenerate and come back alive, and he slowly got to the point where he regenerated so fast that he could, keep doing like 9-second bursts of the molten and was able to melt the molten around it with the heat. So crazy stuff, and now he has that ability. That's how he was getting him out of the cages and stuff. So pretty crazy stuff. But we had Bond stay behind. He told Fushi he was going to tell the truth, or not the truth, but tell them that Fushi was the devil, which is what they wanted to hear, and or at least a demon working for the devil, I guess, is what they think. But still. But then he didn't sell out Fushi. He said he still, like, I guess he kind of said that like a demon visited him and told him not to like mess with Fushi or whatever, which did kind of make him sound like a demon still, but Bond said that he still loved him and was getting executed. We ended the episode with the guillotine coming down on his neck, but we did see a bird flying by too, which is one of Fushi's forms. So will Fushi interrupt it, or will it just happen anyway? Will Fushi not be able to stop it in time? I'm curious to see. Either way, I mean, I don't want Bond to die. He's grown on me as a character from the first episode where I didn't really care for him all that much. But now he's great, and I don't want him to die, but I'm also curious to see what happens when Fushi gets the form, if he gains his ability to be able to see spirits. So let's watch the episode and find out. This is going to be a doozy, I feel like. We're going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. I hope nothing happens to this episode. My last show, the episode froze on me, but I think it was the episode and not me. I had to watch it from another source. Alright. Forever, though? I don't know. We saw Birdie. What would be the most effective way? I mean, I guess Fushi can create so many things. Maybe one of the best things to do is if he could make some kind of, like, metal pole and, like, put it at an angle below the guillotine so the guillotine hits the pole and stops. Hopefully it doesn't just cut the pole before it hits him. Because you can't really, like, if it's enough to cut through your head, I feel like you can't stop it with just, like, your body, right? Beyond Dreams. Oh. Oh shit, what happened to him? Did Fushi knock them all out somehow? Shit. He knocked everyone out? Shit. They went through with it? Or, nope, Fushi left a body. They were all knocked out. Fushi left a body. I know it. No. I won't believe it. Aww. Look at how much everyone loved him. Yeah, he's not ghostly like them. It's little butt middle of the screen. Right in front of my subtitles. Ah, Fushi was in Reen's form, yeah. Yep. Left a body behind. Everyone just thinks you're dead. His whole goal was to become king, though. Bond does not... Explain it, Fushi! Just say, I saved you and left a corpse behind. Oh, okay. They know now, I guess. Did they know before when they were crying? Were they putting on a show? Yeah. Interesting. Okay. And then he could reproduce it? Okay. I didn't know he could make fluids. Same with the iron. I was surprised he was able to make the... Oh, he's peeing on them all. I think I talked about that last episode of, like, can he, like, airdrop things from Leagard? I mean, if the church finds out he's not dead, they're gonna come for him, right? Tell him what you need to tell him, too. Oh. Cleaned himself up. Okay, so they need to keep up appearances that he's dead, so wow. He does look a lot different. I would, like, disguise him a little bit. I mean... Damn, the church is that powerful, huh? I thought the Guardians were supposed to be, like, a massive, like, force. Who is that? Oh my god. Baron Springroll? It's Iris! She lost weight? Wait, how long has it been? Was it while she was in prison? Did she not eat as much? He got a handkerchief from someone, but I thought that was a spirit. But is it not? I might have... Did I mess up in that other episode and it was Iris that made it and not a spirit? I wonder if he knows. Oh, Chabo. Just eating up a storm. I would too. Does Chabo know? I think he was saying it's weird. Okay, so that was not a spirit. That's my bad, guys. I thought she was a spirit in that episode. That makes way more sense as to why... Jeez. He knows. Damn. Yeah. That was pretty bad. Shit. Farewell and thank you, Bond Parade. Pretty fireworks. No. Hmm. Aw. Oh, the mom's there too. She's following her son around, probably. There you go, Bond. Or Baron. Oh, that's cool. As soon as he said it, lights up her face with fireworks. Alright. There was a part of me that wondered if that was Iris when we first saw those three at the table together, but I was like, I didn't think that much time has passed, so I just dismissed it for her to lose that much weight. But I guess, you know, who knows how much time passes in this world. Mm. So is... So is he staying as Baron? So we're moving on. Uh-oh. What? Uh-oh. He tried to kill himself? Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. It can communicate. That's massive. Interesting. Uh-oh. What? Oh. Wait, what? What? Huh. There's some crazy shit happening right now. Holy crap. Oh shit. Well, let's just let that happen. Fushi's gonna want to save them. Hmm. I wonder if Fushi will, like, clear his name with the church by saving them? I don't know. Interesting. Uh-oh. Okay, so he's going to... Hmm. Yeah, we didn't get to hear the response. Hmm. A day and a half flying. Ah. So they are still... I was thinking they, like, weren't gonna be the bad guys, but... Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, now we know they're not just after Fushi, right? And they're not just killing people to lure Fushi out. Okay. Goddamn. That was nuts. Shit. It learned how to talk. I wonder if we'll be able to learn more from it at all, like, or is that all there is that it really knows? But yeah, so it's this battle between the Black One and the Nokkers, like we've always known, essentially, but the Black One is protecting the people who are alive, whereas the Nokkers are trying to kill them to free their Fi and have it move to the other side where it is more peaceful, which my guess is the ones that are lingering around, like Fushi and Bon and just anywhere around this world, are ones that have like regrets that can't move on, but the ones that do move on, you know, they're claiming it's like a better place, you know, where there's no suffering and stuff like that. So it's definitely a trope I have heard before, where people are like trying to get like people to move on to an afterlife, or move on, like kill their bodies in order to move on to a better thing, kind of like I think there was a Cowboy Bebop episode where they were like killing people so their minds would like be in the computer kind of thing. But yeah, that is it, guys, for episode 8. But yeah, as I was saying, there's been several shows I feel like I've seen where they're trying to like abandon their flesh to either go into computers or, you know, just move on to an afterlife kind of thing. And there's people that are like around to motivate people to try to do that. So it's kind of like, seems like what it is, they're just taking the choice away from people. People don't get to choose, right? They're just killing people to get them to move on to the other side. But like, I don't know. But they also said that they are souls themselves. So are their souls like coming from the other side in order to start this like fight? Or what is it, you know? Like is there some kind of being on the other side? Is there like the white one, you know, to counteract the black one, where they're trying to collect as many souls in that world as possible, so they send souls back to this world to become Nokkers and to take people out? Is it something like that? Or are Nokkers souls that haven't moved on yet, that are trying to just show other people the way to abandon their flesh kind of thing? I don't know. It's wild that, you know, I mean, I guess Fushi did say, like, learn how to talk or whatever, and then Kahaku tried to kill it, and so it was, you know, it was safe before, so it had no reason to talk. Now maybe it learned, and it's... Although, if they were spirits of this world anyway, wouldn't they already know how to talk? Maybe it just never had a reason to... I mean, Fushi tried to kill it before, though, and it never, like, spoke up. Maybe it didn't have a way to write. Like, this time he had, like, the knife and dirt, so he was able to, like, do it quick. Or, I say he, but it, the Nokker. I don't know. I have a ton of questions, but that's crazy. And, I mean, like Fushi said, there's no reason to hang back. There's no reason to try to abandon the fight. Like, it's weird, because I wonder if their goal had changed. Like, they were originally trying to take out Fushi, right, because they didn't want immortal flesh, which, I mean, they still are trying to take out Fushi for that reason, because they don't want anyone to be immortal. They want the souls to move on. But before, they were only targeting people, it felt like, as a way to get to Fushi. And even when Fushi, like, left himself on an island, they were inactive for many years, weren't they? Well, Fushi was on that island. Why were they inactive at that point? If their goal this whole entire time was to just kill people, why did they go inactive? I don't know. But, maybe they were just gonna... Maybe if they... So, maybe what it was that... Sorry, I just, like, a lot of things going through my head right now. Fushi might have been their first target, be like, okay, we need to take out this immortal guy, especially if they've known this whole time that Fushi can create immortal people. Like, Bond even said, how would you feel if your friends were immortal too? So maybe that girl that he brought back alive now just can't die. I don't know how that works. Or maybe she won't age to death. Maybe she can still be killed if, like, they chop off her head, kind of thing. Because that's, like, one of the differences between being immortal and indestructible, right? Is kind of, maybe there's better words for that. Either way. But yeah, maybe she can die, but she just can't grow old. So as long as she stays out of harm's way, she can live forever. I don't know. Maybe she can take damage and live forever too. Who knows? But yeah. What I was saying was, they were trying to stop Fushi from doing that, and they realized they couldn't. So instead of trying to get to Fushi, they're now just killing people because they're like, okay, if we can't stop Fushi, we need to collect as many souls as possible before Fushi starts making them immortal. And maybe their souls do need to be around, right? And maybe Fushi does need to experience the people when they're alive. So all these people they're killing that aren't near Fushi, he'll never be able to bring them back, even if their spirits are still around, because he never knew them when they were alive, because they're just killing random people, right? So maybe that's kind of what happened, is they gave up on their goal of Fushi and just... And you know, when they were going after Fushi, maybe they were like, okay, we kill Fushi, the rest of the people will just die naturally through wars and stuff like that, and an old age and famine and all the different things that kill people. They would have still been getting souls that way, but now they're, you know, they're just speeding up that process now that they realize that they're having a hard time getting Fushi. So, interesting. The other thing is, like, what that Nokker was saying is very similar to the Yaname, like, teachings. So, either did the Nokkers showing up have to do with Yaname's souls? Like, did people of Yaname pass away and then, like, their souls became these Nokkers and they tried to, like, push their will onto, like, these people by killing them and stuff? Or is it something where the Yaname culture was structured around the Nokkers, right? Did the Nokkers influence the Yaname culture into being the way it was? I don't think it's a coincidence that it is the way it is. I think it's one or the other. Either the Nokkers inspired Yaname or Yaname inspired Nokkers, kind of thing, right? So I don't think it's just going to be a coincidence, but... And the thing is the Nokkers existed before Hayase, right? At least before Hayase's death, for sure. Because I was trying to think, like, is it, like, could it have been Hayase's spirit that started the Nokker thing of just, like, taking people out? Maybe there is some kind of, like, influence as to what they're doing now versus what they were doing before. Like, before they were going after Fushi, now they're going after, like, people in general. Maybe that was inspired by Hayase. Maybe Hayase gave them that idea, you know, if she's over there, kind of thing. I don't know. I think there's definitely room for this story, like, especially bringing in spirits, which means people from the dead could be coming back. Now that, like, one Nokker was able to communicate, it's like, what can we learn from that? It's certainly interesting. When the Nokker first started talking and saying, like, it's the Black One's fault and everything, I started to think, like, oh shit, is the Black One going to be an antagonist? And if so, why isn't he stepping in to stop this? But it ended up being, you know, he's not an antagonist to the living anyway. He's trying to prevent these things from taking lives, right? And he just wants things to play out, and he wants this world of people existing to continue, whereas it seems like the Nokkers want this world of people existing. But the thing is I wonder if there's, like, I imagine there's not procreating as spirits, right? So if they were to kill everybody on the planet, they'd have a bunch of spirits, but they would never get any more, right? But if you leave people alive, you could, every generation or two, kill some, and then you'd still get the ones dying naturally, and you'd eventually have way more spirits. So I don't know. I wonder if there's like an end goal. I wonder if there's like a being that gets more powerful the more spirits it has, and it's going to be like a big boss we fight, or is it just these spirits are genuinely trying to like share their happiness? They're happy to be spirits, and they want other people to be happy too. They see these people suffering, like Chabo losing his parents and stuff like that, and then Chabo is sad because his mom's gone, and then his mom can't move on because she's stuck looking after Chabo. If Chabo were to die, maybe they could both move on together, kind of thing. Maybe they are just genuinely trying to help people be more peaceful, but not everyone wants that kind of existence too. So I don't know. I do wonder if there's something more sinister there. But anyway, big change this episode was Iris, or Bond's fake death. I haven't even talked about that at all. They made that sleeping potion. Fushi is able to make liquids now. I never thought he was able to before. I think he was able to make a container that had water in it, right? But I didn't think he could just spew out water. So I think that's an enhancement of his ability, right? He wasn't able to do this from the beginning. This was something he developed, maybe just developed while he was in that iron coffin. But yeah, he was able to then drink the sleeping potion as Tonari, so he was immune to it and didn't fall asleep, which is a cool detail. And then he was able to produce it as Leagard, just doing a freaking airstrike of sleep drink, Luckily, you don't have to ingest it. I guess just it being on your skin or something made it work. Knocked everyone out, made a fake Bond body. I'm guessing they used the guillotine to cut off its head just to be, as authentic as possible. Took Bond back to Euralis, and everyone thinks he's dead except for his immediate family and Iris, and I think Chabo knows, too. But yeah. Definitely interesting. He now goes by Baron Springroll, which, I guess he had Tasty Peach in his name before, so, it's not too much different, but I think he originally planned on staying, too, but now that all this revelation happened, I think he's springing into action, too. But we also have Iris losing weight, which, I guess it was a time skip from when, from the last time we saw Iris in that cage, there was already a time skip, right? So it's possible that she could have lost some weight while being in that cage. And then also, there was time from, well, actually, did we see? We might have actually seen Iris get on the boat last episode, and she might have still been big. Maybe there was just from the time that Bond got back to Euralis to the time where he shaved and cleaned up and everything. It's possible that she just lost the weight. I'm a little confused there, though, because they had, that parade, which I imagine they wouldn't have waited too long. I guess I'm a little confused about how she lost all that weight. But anyway, it's... In the end, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Right? Also, I apologize for not realizing that Iris was alive in the episode that she gave him the handkerchief. I'm sure some of you guys that may have watched that episode were like, dude, she... Because I questioned in the discussion, I was like, how did that ghost make a physical handkerchief to give to him? How is it portrayed? I want to go back to that episode now. When was Bond... Actually, I can tell in my notes, because I'll know the episode that Bond showed up. Episode 3 is when we had Bond show up. Episode 4 is when we met Toto. Bond can see spirits. It might have been episode 4, because I think it might have been the second episode of meeting Bond. So 3, we met Bond. And then 4, I started liking him a little bit better because of the whole like handkerchief scene and then flashing back to someone made it for him and everything. Made him a little bit more likable to me, and it was a little bit more deep, right? Yeah, it's right here where I think. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to... I'm really curious if they framed it in a way that it was a spirit that made me think it was a spirit, or am I just dumb and assumed because he can see spirits? This is where we learned he saw spirits, right? Here we go. This is it right here, I think. He's looking out in the courtyard. The girl who came to the castle 3, she is kind of like lit up a little bit because I think it was just like the sun. Huh, okay. Today's the day I talked to her. Maybe I just assumed because the whole episode was about him talking to spirits that I assumed she was a spirit, because so far... Okay. Sorry, I'm just watching this scene again. I apologize. I just realized I haven't said anything. Okay, so... I think it was just a series of, like, little things. I was trying to, you know, trying to figure out why I thought Iris was a spirit back here in this flashback when they were kids. And I think what it was, for one, they already established that he's young and he can see spirits. Two, when she was sitting in that courtyard, she did look very illuminated, which is almost, like, it wasn't quite as illuminated as what the spirits actually look like. It definitely wasn't the same, and that's my bad, but I had just seen it for the first time, so I wasn't sure. And then on top of that, he, like, approached her and went to, like, reach for her, and she, like, pulled back almost as if, like, you know, you're not going to be able to touch me anyway. And she almost seemed shocked as if, like, oh, you can see me kind of thing. That's what I felt like, but what it really was that she snuck in, and she wasn't supposed to be there, so that's why she was, like, nervous, and she was like, oh, you know? Like, it wasn't that she was shocked that someone could see her, it was that she was shocked that, you know, she was seen, kind of thing, right? And it might have been because of Bon and everything as well. But yeah, and then they cut to the sister showing up, they cut back and she was just gone. Which obviously she probably just ran off, right? But, and the sister didn't really acknowledge that there was someone there, so her running up, she didn't see her there either. Which just, I don't know. I guess it's just an anime thing, but it led me to, like, the conclusion that she was, like, a spirit. But nope, she was just a person. She was the person that he met, so. And the way he was, like, you're, you know, and then, like, didn't finish what he was saying, and then said, like, will you stay at the castle? Kind of thing. I thought he was also trying to say, like, you're a spirit. Like, I do somewhat think they were trying to lead you into that direction a little bit. Or maybe I'm just dumb. But either way, apologies for that. I did spend a lot of time that episode trying to, or I think the next couple episodes I was like, how did he get that handkerchief? But it makes so much more sense that she was a real person that made it and everything, so cool. That's all established. I'm all caught up now. I'm actually kind of glad that, you know, it's probably a good thing that I don't get a ton of views on my videos, although even though I wish I did. But I bet you anything one of you guys would have said in the comments, like, no, Iris was a person, and that would have, like, the reveal here wouldn't have mattered as much because maybe I would have put that together. If I would have assumed she was a real person, maybe I would have assumed it was Iris, you know, I don't know. But either way, like, the few of you that do watch, you didn't say anything, so thank you so much. But yeah. I think that's going to be it from me. Crazy episode. I feel like there's so much more to talk about when it comes to, like, the Nokkers and everything and what was revealed here, but I'm looking forward to just kind of experiencing more about it through the story and talking about it as we go. So thank you guys. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see 2 more ahead of time right now. You can do so on there through the early access tier. If you want some extra shows from me, the Patreon show tier has things that aren't released to YouTube yet. I just finished Better Call Saul. And so you can watch all of Better Call Saul seasons 1 through 6 on there. And then also I'm watching Symphogear. And then now something will be replacing Better Call Saul, so there'll be another new show on there. So check that out if you guys are interested. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.